Well, hey y'all, it's Rip One Outdoors. Hey, we're gonna take a little ride today as we're on our lunch break. We're gonna take a little ride. Before we do, let's just take a ride around the property here. Somebody roll that intro. Alrighty. Yeah, we're back with you, and I don't know. I kind of don't know how far we'll go back in here because it's been raining and it's pretty wet. I ain't gonna go too fast. We're on the Magicycle Deer. That's the equipment we're having today. We're on. Yeah, we got the drone, and that's the DJI Mini 3 Pro that's working for us back there and doing a seemingly good job following us along through here. Watch that limb there, little drone. Let's see if it comes through it. Oh yeah. Still back there? Yeah. Driving around by our ladder pile here. This big old tree right here. This big old tree right here. I mean, y'all, this is amazing. This was a maple tree. Remember I told y'all about the beaver? Well, the beaver built a dam down there in the spillway, and he blocked all this water back up. And there was water all up in these woods. The water actually came out in the yard here, and it stayed that way for a while. And I said, well, it's gonna be me and that beaver. So we locked horns, and of course I told y'all who come out to victory there. But one thing that I lost was this maple tree right here. And that maple tree was good maple tree. It leaned out over the pond here, was beautiful. And now, them big old red-headed woodpeckers, has got a hen to it. There's 3 of them was out here yesterday, and I tell you what, if they wouldn't have stopped, they'd have took that maple tree down. That beat anything I ever seen. So, yeah, old maple tree, it's coming on down. It's just rotting now. Where you at, little drone? You still with us? Yep. Yeah, as we said, we're riding the Magicycle Deer. It's because it's its time. Yeah, it's time for it. All right, let's ease on down the road here a little bit. We ain't gonna go no time too fast. We just gonna ease along, pass by these low-hanging limbs here. Hopefully the drone won't have a problem with that. I don't anticipate anything. Sometimes it loses track, and it will just kind of sit there, and you have to go back and get it. Kind of like, I don't know, something, you know. So you got something following you? Yeah, so far it's staying with me. Hey, puppy dogs. There are the puppy dogs. Here comes that old big red hound. What about it there, button? His name's Bugs. What about it, Bugs? So we hope everybody's healthy, happy, and well. Y'all doing good? I tell you what, as of yesterday, summertime has hit here. I don't know what the temperature is, but We judge summer by the humidity down here in the south. Any of y'all, hey, can I get an amen from some of you guys that's down here in the south? Yeah, we judge summertime by the humidity. And humidity hit yesterday. I was gonna show y'all something here. This big old cane patch right here. Boy, that thing, you know, it used to be just little cane, but that thing has grown. You ought to see them cane whenever they coming up. See, there's one of them right down there. Let's see if I can get down here where y'all can see it. There's one right there. Y'all see that? That is one of these cane. That's the way it looks when it's coming up. There's another one right there. See? And every once in a while, the county comes through here with their lawnmowers. But boy, if you could get in there, look, there's some fishing pole. A lot of people come here and cut cane for to stake their beans and stuff out with, you know. Yeah, they put it pole beans and what have you. Let me give my drone just a little bit of altitude there. Okay. Now let's just head over the road here. I might have to stop and get my drone down, but let's head over the road. Crossing this old alligator bridge here. I'm kind of, I don't know what you say. What happened? No. Thank you.
Man, that just scared me to death. I said, what's he grabbing?
No, that's my drone. It was following me, and then it had a battery. My battery got low. I just live right over the road, and I just have it follow me while I'm riding.
Sir, that's amazing.
Yeah?
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Thank you for slowing up.
Oh, yes.
All right, y'all, we back with you. We had our little drone following us, but I probably spent too much time around the house there, and battery went low, and so I had to stop and get it there right after across the alligator bridge. Too much traffic today. What about it there, horses? So we just gonna take a ride. I think I'm gonna stop and let my seat up a little bit. I had to put me a new seat on here. Actually, I had borrowed the seat off of this one. I had borrowed the seat off of the Deer to put on the Bandit, because I was doing that review with the Bandit, and I was doing a second video down at Bay St. Louis. And I got to get my leg extension now. I can't stand the ride without at least some decent leg extension. Now that's better. Now let's go. Yeah, we got our little, I call it a mattress. It's a little, made that out of some of the packing that comes with, that I come with the Deer. And I made me a little foam holder up here to put it to bed. I tell you, them baskets are, to me, the baskets are a great asset to this Deer, or any other bike as far as that's concerned. If you fooling with a drone, or if you're carrying stuff, you want to carry your lunch, your coffee bottle, or whatever, or some 6-pack of cold drinks, or Bud Light, or something like that. Yeah, you can put them up there, and you can put a little cooler up there if you wanted to. I know there's some people that don't like them. I understand that. But this old country boy does. Kick it on up a little bit. Get us about 18 and a half. Y'all know I like about 18 and a half mile per hour. Where are we going? We're not going anywhere. We just gonna take a ride. We're on our lunch break. Yeah, there's some of them blue beer cans right there. Funny, you don't see as many of them as you used to. Huh. Imagine that. And I tell you something else you gotta have if you do this. You gotta have well, I don't guess you gotta have it, but it helps to have that rear rack back there too. And you can put your trunk bag back there. And you know me, I got that big Rock Brothers bag. I didn't buy that thing. That thing was gifted to me it wasn't gifted to me, I won that. And some little contest that Magicycle has going on. Here a while back. That's been about 6 months ago. Maybe during Christmas or something or another. Y'all won that trunk bag. That thing's $90 some odd. I saw on Amazon you can get that bag for about $85, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I need to get a link to that and put in my description. I'll look for that and if you're looking for one of them, you want to check it out, look for that in this video. Down in the description. Y'all look at my description now and then, you'll see that I've kind of did some categories in there. You know, I did a category for like seats, the different seats that I run or I recommend. Of course, I won't have anything in there that I don't recommend, and if I need to go through there and see if there's anything that I'm not using, I need to get it out of there, because I usually put in there what I currently have on my vehicle here, or on my bike here. I guess a bike is a vehicle, huh? When I was a cop, we used to have to call them vehicles. That's a pretty blue Ford. I owned a blue Ford like that one time. Got some rain. We've been getting a lot of rain this week. Over in Texas right now. So let's see, today is day I'm filming this is Wednesday. And y'all probably see this a week from now. I usually stay out about a week ahead on my videos. But yeah, we're getting a lot of rain down in the south this week. I hope it clears up before our big ride up at Hattiesburg. The Longleaf Trace. Y'all, it's got these apps that, you know, tells you about the greenways and all. Look up Longleaf Trace. It starts in Hattiesburg and it goes west, kind of northwest from Hattiesburg, up to a little town called Prentice. It goes as far as Prentice. It's 40 some odd mile long. And y'all, it just looks like an excellent trail to ride. And Donald's coming down from where he lives in Madison. There's the old minnow out there. Yeah, Donald's coming down and meeting us. We're going to take Donald a bike to ride. What kind of bike should y'all take for Donald to ride? I want this experience to be a great experience for Donald. I can ride anything. I could even take an ocelot if I want to, but as far as I know right now, it's going to be myself, Mickey, Joey, and Donald. And I have the ocelot, I have a deer, I have a bandit, and I have the Magicycle cruiser. I don't think we have to sell him on the idea of the bike. It's the bikes, good bikes. Donald watches the videos. You don't never see him in the comments hardly, but he watches all the videos. And he's the youngest one of us brothers. But yeah, we're planning on doing that on the 20th. So that ought to be a lot of fun. So instead of starting in Hattiesburg, we could put in right there. Actually, it's in the parking lot of some of the condos or apartments that the students of USM live. University of Southern Mississippi. That's in Hattiesburg. And that's where you can get on it there. But I figure it's probably going to be a lot of people on a Saturday. So I told Donald and Joey and them, Mickey, I said, I think what would be wise of us is let's go over about halfway or over at Sumrall, little town called Sumrall, Mississippi. And we're going to get on it there. And let's go north towards, let's see, I think we'll go north to Bassfield. It's 14.3 miles to Bassfield. And then we'll turn around and come back. And that'll put us riding about 28.6 miles. There you go. I'll get my math right here in a minute. Let's run out to the airport. See what's going on with the new parking lot. I don't imagine they got a whole lot going on out here with this parking lot because it's been wet. But I think they're not going to pave it. They're just going to put limestone in there. Y'all saw it the other day we was out here, but I didn't really say a whole lot about it. I don't know if I ever told y'all exactly what they was going to do with that. Well, I don't know if I know exactly what they're going to do. But according to what Billy Wayne told me, Billy Wayne told me, and Billy Wayne's land adjoins it. His land is on the other side of that parking lot. But he said that that's going to be a big parking lot for Chevron, who owns this big building here. And they bring their helicopters up in here and they load them up with people and supplies, and they supply the oil field out there. Yeah, Chevron. This building's called Chevron Offshore Operations. So why do they need this big parking lot? From what I understand, that they're going to use that parking lot as like an emergency staging area. Like if they have some catastrophe here, like BP had the big oil spill, okay? Another one was Hurricane Katrina, or any hurricane far as that goes. Yeah, y'all look out there. They just built a huge parking lot. I'll turn here in a minute where y'all can see that. I tell you what, I'd like to have me some of that topsoil, number one. Number two, I wouldn't mind having me some of that limestone. That. Now, I'll tell y'all from what I could see, that limestone is about 12 inches thick. Can you believe that? That's a pile of it there. I don't know how many acres that is right there. A couple of acres at least. Can't be beat fence company. That's out there by where Mickey lives, out there in Barth. There you go, Mickey. Some of your neighbors are here putting up fence. Now, that must have been a pretty good fence contract right there, huh? So that's what they're going to use it for. Is it's like an emergency staging area. They may put campers in there. They may put equipment, whatever, in there. And saying that, then let me tell you this. And I mentioned this one time. I'll mention it again. Let's ease down the road here a little bit. I'll just take my time. Yeah, I mentioned this one time. I'll mention it again, that this airport right here was highly instrumental during Hurricane Katrina. What do you call it? Just trying to recover from this area from Hurricane Katrina. Military helicopters and all come in here and set up. And they would transfer people out of New Orleans whenever they had like the old folks homes and all down there in New Orleans. You remember when New Orleans flooded, okay? See, New Orleans didn't get a whole lot of wind damage itself from Hurricane Katrina. But what they got was when the water topped the flood walls down there. Y'all know it went in down there about the industrial canal, and there was another one down on out in towards Metairie there where the water topped the seawalls, and the water flooded New Orleans. And when it flooded New Orleans, it flooded all their facilities, and they had hospitals down there. They had nursing homes and everything. And they didn't know what to do with them people. They brought all the helicopters were transporting, and planes, I guess. They were transporting people up here, and they were picking them up by ambulance and taking them to our local facilities here. Our facilities were maxed out, I can tell you that. Well, I'm not going to push the no trespassing signs right here, so I'm just going to turn around. But yeah, look at the water here. All this was from rains that we've recently had. I don't know where the cows at. They usually got some good little freezer filler cows here. So yeah, there you go. It's our airport was very instrumental for moving and staging people after Hurricane Katrina. I remember, and I could tell y'all things till you probably got, you wouldn't want to hear no more. I'd bore you to death with it, but these helicopters that actually flew over our house right over there. And we had such major damage right there at the house. These helicopters that hovered over our house there for a time and was, seeking out and see if we needed like some evacuation or whatever. And I finally waved them off. I finally waved them off that we was okay. Yeah, that was right over there. We had a tornado come through there. Yeah, bad. Anyway, I mentioned this the other day out at Flat Top. Y'all remember I told y'all, well, if you went out this road, if you could go through here, this is what we call the old backwoods. If you could go through that road right there, it goes up there and then it turns off to the left and it goes near about straight to the east. You would come out on Flat Top Road out there. And that's why me and Joy was talking about on the video y'all just watched a few days ago. Yeah, that's why we was talking about we wish we could go straight through there. You wouldn't even have to drive a truck. You could just ride the bike through there, but you can't do that. That's all paper company lands, and during the winter, they probably all muddied up and everything when it rains. Somebody going to the airport. There's my jet sitting over there. That thing's sitting there waiting at my beck and command. It just wants me to know, tell them whenever I'm ready to leave. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be raining. I'm about to lose hit them bumps like that. I'm about to lose my drone controller. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be raining at lunch, but no, the sun's out, but I tell you what, it's humid. On this deer, I know there's other deer riders that see this. I know Rich Kraft just bought him a deer. Lee Elliott bought a deer. You see their display right here. Look how they flatten that display out. I like my display to be on more of an angle, okay? I can see it good. But even in the sun glare, sometimes that's hard to see. And I noticed, y'all heard me, loving up on the Bandit display, but when you put it in the sun, it's the same way. You struggle sometimes to see it. Well, this one here, you have to near about put your hand over it to see what your speed is. And yeah, I do have the plastic taken off of it. But I don't know why they did that, because on the Cruiser models and the Cruiser Pro and the Ocelots, you can put them on more of like a 45-degree angle. Well, this one here's near about laying down flat. I don't know why. It's just I think it was because of the design of the handlebar and the stem. Well, where else can we go? Y'all know where we can go. We still got plenty of time. Let me check my time. 12:29. Yep, got to be back to work by 1 o'clock. 1,300 hours. So let's go take a ride out this way. Who knows what we might see? Same old ride. Got to thinking about something yesterday. I don't know why I sit around. I sit around sometime and think about things I probably don't even need to waste my time on. But I got thinking about yesterday about the car that I took and used to get my driving test done. The car or truck, whatever. It was a car in my case. And I wanted to start a little conversation and comment and getting people's opinions on things. Or maybe not your opinion, but tell me what you did. What was the vehicle that you took your driving test on? What was the vehicle that you went and did your driving test with? It don't matter how old it was. I mean, if it was a 40 Ford, I don't care. I'll tell you what mine was. Now, the thing I can't tell you is what the year was. But Joey had bought a little old car. Joey was going to college. And I was in high school. Joey bought a little old car from Mr. Ruth and Miss Edna Gibson. And that was a little Plymouth Valiant. Joey, what year car was that? I'll let you comment. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Joey give them like a couple $100 or whatever for that car. That thing had a slant 6 in it. Now, am I talking above your head? It had a slant 6. And I mean to tell you, that was a nice running little car. I'm gonna wait till this traffic comes by. I got 2 more cars here behind. Fancy trucks there, work trucks. So yeah, whenever I went to take my driving test, I had to, man, it was an extreme advantage to be able to take that little Plymouth Valiant for my driving test. I tell you what, instead of going up here and getting hooked up with all this traffic, I'm just going to make a turn. Let's run up in the Honda shop here for a minute and let's just turn around and, hey, let's see if they got any electric vehicles up in here. I bet they don't. No electric motorbikes. Bunch of Kawasaki mules. Those things are handy. Nothing's coming, nothing's coming, nothing's coming. I checked 3 ways there. Let's run down here and let's run up in the Arboretum like we do sometime. I just like to ride up in there. Right, so yeah, whenever I went to, and next time I go to Picayune, if I can remember, I will show you exactly where I went to take my driving test. It was at the City Hall. Y'all know where we go to the City Hall there sometimes. Take our bikes by there. Good place to take pictures and whatnot. And whenever I got there, the first person I run into was a good friend of mine. I graduated with him. I mean, we go to church together, and he's like a brother to me. And his name's Danny. And he was there with his mama, and I was with my mama. We drove the little Valiant there, and Danny had brought their family car. That family car was, if I'm not mistaken, it was an Oldsmobile 98. Now, and y'all, if y'all know what I'm saying, that was a big car. It was a huge car. Well, why was that an issue? Was because we had to parallel park. You know, we had to prove to them that we could parallel park. I want to ask y'all a question. How many of y'all parallel park to this day? I don't think I ever have parallel parked since I got my driver's license. Around here living in the country like we do, it's just not. I mean, if somebody sees you parallel parking, they think you off your gourd or something or another. We just don't have to parallel park anywhere. And the way I am about that is, if I've got somebody pulled up and told me, said, you can park here, but you've got a parallel park, I'd say, well, I'll just go find me somewhere else to park. I just go find somewhere else. And we'll catch y'all later. Yeah, what do y'all think about that? How many of y'all still parallel park? But that's what we had to do. We had to show them that we could parallel park, which wasn't easy. I got them a brand new Hyundai. This is the little office for the Crosby Arboretum. I'll try to find out from Mickey what he did, took his driving test in, and I'll try to put that in the comments. Well, Mickey don't hardly ever comment on the videos, but I'll try to find out from him. But yeah, y'all put the vehicle that you took your driving test in. Well, we got there and Danny told me, said, Richard, I'm gonna tell you. He said, I'm worried about this driving test. I said, Danny, you don't think you can pass it? He said, it's the parallel parking. He said, look at that car. He said, that car is like 40 foot long. I know he's exaggerating, but he said that thing, I don't know if I'll ever parallel park that car. But the little Plymouth Valiant of Joey's, that thing, it was like zipping up a zipper. That thing, I mean, it just, it would almost park itself. That thing was so easy to drive, and it was so easy to park. You know, they do have these cars nowadays that'll park themselves. Now, I don't know about that. I don't know how I'd feel about that. Car that parks itself. Yeah, they pull it up there and they punch a button telling it to park, and it uses these sensors. And them sensors tell it how to park, and it parks the car for you. I don't know about all that. I don't know if I could do that. This is new. Oh, this is part of their trail. No, I can't go in here. I'll turn around. But I wish I could ride, but I don't think they'll let me ride the bike through here. Maybe one day when there's nobody here, I might persuade that lady in there to, hey, can you let me ride the bike and ride around the trail and do a video? They may do that, and then they may not. They may run me out of here on rails. So yeah, I let Danny use the Plymouth Valiant, and he took his driver test in that Plymouth Valiant. Boy, he sure was appreciative of that. So here we are, y'all, at the Crosby Arboretum. I think we're gonna sign off with y'all here. Be a good place. Lots of clouds, but some blue sky up there. Lots of humidity, but we sure have enjoyed the ride. Yeah, we put the information here on the screen for y'all, and yeah, let y'all check out that. If you decide you want to buy one of these Magicycle bikes, and you know how that goes, I certainly wouldn't blame you if you did, because they're a super good bike. So check them out. If you got any questions for me, don't hesitate to email me. I'll be glad to try to help you. Whether it's about the Magicycle bikes, I can help you on the Bandit, whatever. I mean, I can try to help you with it. If I can't help you, I know somebody that might can. So we'll leave that with you. We go around the old curve here. We'll just say from Rip One Outdoors, We appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.